Good morning, students. Students, today I want to discuss a new concept, and the concept is human female reproductive system. Okay, students, I want to tell you that human female reproductive system is the major system which produces female gamete, and in other words, we can say that it produces the female germ cell or egg. Okay, and these are produced in a primary sexual organ which is called as ovaries. So students, today initially I will discuss what are the various parts of the human female reproductive system and what are their functions. So students, I want to tell you that the human female reproductive system consists of various parts. And what are these parts? The first one part is called primary sexual organ, and the second parts are called as the accessory ducts as well as the external genital organ. So students, I want to tell you that the human female reproductive system has a pair of primary sexual organs, and the primary sexual organs are basically called as ovaries. Now I am talking about ovaries. So students, if you will observe, the ovaries are located into the lower abdominal region, and they are attached with the pelvic wall. And if we will observe their structure, so we will find out that these are very small and oval shaped structures located into the abdominal cavity near about our kidneys. Now, ovaries are referred as primary sexual organ of female. These are referred as primary sexual organ? Because they are involved in production of because these are involved in the production of female gamete, and a female gamete or female germ cell, which is also called as egg cell. Okay. And I want to tell you one more thing, that this ovary performs dual function. The first function, as we all know, that it is involved in the production of egg cell, while its second function is that it is responsible for the secretion of two female sex hormones. Okay, two female sex hormones are also released by this ovary, and these are called as estrogen and progesterone. So what are the dual functions of the ovary? Ovary initially is responsible for the secretion of female gamete, or production of the female gamete egg, and secondary function is to produce two uh, different female sex hormones which are referred as estrogen and progesterone. Okay, later on I will discuss that what is the function of estrogen and progesterone. Now second thing, second structure which is also involved in or which is also included in female reproductive system is also called as accessory ducts. So initially I am talking about the fallopian tube or oviduct. Okay, approximately 8 to 10 centimeter two fallopian tubes are there which are attached with the ovaries. Okay, and if you will observe the figure here, in the figure you can see that these two structures are called as the two structures which are labeled here are ovaries. The first ovary is here and the second ovary is here. Now you are observing two tube like structures are attached with it, okay, whose terminal end is funnel shape, and a funnel shape structure is called fimbriae, and fimbriae is leading into a duct, and this duct is called either oviduct, or we can say that it as a fallopian tube. The oviduct or fallopian tube is a similar thing but two different names. Okay. So now I am talking about fallopian tube. So fallopian tube carries the egg which is released by the ovary. Okay, and passes this egg into uh, into a inverted pear shaped structure which is called as uterus. Okay, so I have to say that these tubes are present on the both side, means from these are attached with the both of the ovaries and are opening into a sac like structure or a bag like structure which is called as uterus. Now what is uterus? In common language, uterus is called as womb. Okay, in common language it is called as womb, and if you will observe, so you will find out that it observes like a inverted pear. Okay, and this is very important structure in the human female reproductive system, because uterus is the structure where the implantation occurs, means after the fertilization the fertilized egg attaches with the uterine wall, and then further embryonic development goes on here. Okay, so if you will observe is its structure. So here you can see that this is the structure of the uterus. It is clearly labeled here, uterus. So you will find out that the its upper part is quite wider and the lower part becomes narrower, and it opens into a fine narrow portion, and this narrow portion is called as cervix. Okay. And finally the cervix opens into vagina. Vagina is a tubular part which is also called as birth canal. In sometimes in the examination comes that what is vagina or what is birth canal. So you can say that vagina is the uh, birth canal, or which leads into cervix and finally opens into the uterus. So finally it opens exterior by the vagina, and except it, the human female reproductive system also consists of some external genital organ. External genital organ includes labia majora, labia minora, mons pubis. ठीक है, तो labia majora and labia minora are foldings of skins, and having a cushion like structure which is called as mons pubis. So basically the human female reproductive system has three major parts. The first one is primary sexual organ which are called ovaries. Now the second tubular parts which are called as fallopian tube. There are two fallopian tubes which are tube shaped structure having a funnel terminal ending which collects ovum from the ovaries and open into a inverted pear shaped structure which is called as uterus. Uterus is a elastic bag or sac like structure which is very important part, because here implantation of the fertilized egg takes place, or embryonic development takes place. It opens into vagina through cervix, and finally vagina is the external opening of the human reproductive tract, which is surrounded by the external genital organ. External genitalia contains mons pubis, labia majora and labia minora. So I am concluding myself today. I hope so you understood the concept of human female reproductive system very well. Still, if you are feeling any difficulty, you can concern with me. Okay, in the next video I will meet you once again. There I will discuss about the menstrual cycle. Till then, thank you, bye bye, and have a nice day.